Tony walks through neon nights, shadows stretch under flashing lights. He chases gold that turns to dust, in a world that breaks what it can't trust. Every corner whispers lies, but he's staring at the skies. Brick by brick he builds his soul, but the cracks still take their toll. Every tune that drowns his fight is a thief that steals his light. Light. Perfection's just a hollow frame, a puzzle missing half its name. Lego pieces on the floor, a part of him he can't ignore. Every block holds what he seeks, but his playlist makes him weak. But the cracks still take their toll. Every tune that drowns his fight is a thief that steals his light. Light. Every tune that drowns his fight is a thief that steals his light. Light.
So it's September 17th at 4:35 a.m. in the morning. Literally just finished building this like semi-mock. I guess half of it's mine. So the other day I went to Block Party at Bricks Mayfigs, and in one of the bins they had like a half-built AAT. But I looked at it really closely. I was like, wait a second, it looks really well designed, and it didn't look like the previous AAT design because it only had like these gross circle piece right here, but like the really bulky version of that, and it just looks hideous. And I like looked at that and I looked at this and I was like, wait a second, this is a mock. Like someone actually designed this, and but it was just this, like the bottom section, pre-assembled, but I wanted to get all of the parts that I knew that were part of the set, or mock, and so I grabbed all the parts. Of course I had to disassemble the entire thing to shove in a little bag, but I came home just, yesterday, just wanted to build. I sorted a bunch of stuff. Now it's like, I sorted all this. The point of sorting this is to build something with it. If I build something with what I've sorted with, I feel like I haven't accomplished anything. So off to the far left, this is actually my first ever vehicle design, like fully mine. I saw these quarter panel and I was like, oh, I have to do like a reiteration of that, like the first 1999 version, but like in my own style. So I used these really cool, I guess Vulture Droid headpiece, and just used 4 of them in closed look, which looks really nice. It got the angles pretty much like almost perfectly. Nothing's perfect in this world, and I think it still holds up today. Of course, there's a lot newer curved pieces, as you can tell with this one. And off to the far right, this one is really cool because it's a recolor of Mr. Idler's AAT, but the person who redesigned it was Rich Boy J.
I actually love this so much. I built 5 of them over the span of a couple weeks. Started with 1, added 2 more tan ones, and then added both of the CIS color variations because I love this design so much.
This is what he used in all of his mocks when he ever made all of his AATs. I think he made like 3 or 4 of them. And seeing just like all of them side by side, the different variations from what parts did we have available at the time of designing it, and how can we iterate on previous designs. Like this entire section turned into you know, this really complicated technique right here, all the way down to current day Lego standards, pretty much. Like all these new parts, pretty much all these curved parts Lego has invented with the past few years. This wouldn't be physically possible if it was back then. Obviously, there's parts limitations. Now it's like there's so many new parts to come back to these original sets to really modify and change a lot with them. It's not only the design, but the aspect of proportions. The bigger you go, the larger things have to be, obviously. But when you scale one thing up, you have to scale everything up. So you look at the shape of the head on this one, it's the same head on that one as that one. But then you look at the body and it's just like so much just elongated forward as it is backwards. This one's like the perfect design. When you look at the concept art of the AAT, you notice that the back end is equal to the front end. This one is a little like that, but the slope right here isn't pointy enough. That's where like this bottom section, I feel like, is a little detriment because it should be completely flat. But then you wouldn't be able to get all these really cool design details. This one, that kind of just, I swapped out the parts for the original AAT, the blue Separatist AAT, but seeing them all side by side, all custom vehicle mocks that I really want to show a little homage to the original set design. So I had this one part right back here, this printed part, so I pretty much had a bunch of them, and I put one on the very back of this one. As well as, this does have a hatch that does pop out. It's not super detailed in there, but there's some stuff going on. You can put some droids, and head popped off. I didn't place one of those swivel pieces because it was like popping out just a little too much, so it's actually a fixed point. So you have to angle it to whatever position you want. Or you can angle it upwards or downwards. Have a great day. Have a great life. See you next time.